And we're recording. Good. So I want to welcome everybody to the call. This is our first Team Extreme um, Zoom call to go over FortuneMaker. Craig and I are pretty excited. What I want to do is go over how we got here, the long journey to FortuneMaker, and why we chose FortuneMaker. And then Craig's going to go over somewhat what FortuneMaker is about, and then we'll try to end the call within 30 minutes or so. We do get a lot of questions on Facebook, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the team is growing pretty quick, so it's kind of hard to answer everyone individually. So what we're going to be doing in the near future is doing more Zoom calls like this and recording them on different topics, back office, how to sign up, how to get people to recruit people, stuff like that, how to advertise, what the advertising means in FortuneMaker and stuff like that. But let me introduce myself, and then I'll let Craig introduce himself, and then I'll go over to how we got to FortuneMaker. So my name is Mike Williams. If you don't know me, you might not recognize me because I got my Santa Claus beard, and I colored it white. When I turned 39 last year, it turned white. Just so you know, I like to play poker, and no, I'm not 39. I'm playing the senior event this year, so that'll tell you kind of how old I am. But anyway, my name is Mike Williams. I'm a regional manager for an $8 billion company. It's a pretty big company. I can tell you it's Staples. We just got bought out by a private firm. That's why I know it's worth $8 billion, because that's what they paid. But I am in charge of all of the routing and transportation for the Northeast US and Eastern Canada, which is a pretty demanding job. And to be honest with you, I've been doing it for a long time, over 20 years, and I've been doing network marketing over 20 years. So Craig and I's goal is to try to retire. My original goal was to try to retire before age 50. I'm not quite there. I'm almost there. We're trying to choose the right platform to be able to do that with, and we feel FortuneMaker is that platform. How we get involved in FortuneMaker is a long journey in the last year or so. We started with a platform called What's Up, and we had a pretty big team in What's Up, but fortunately that program never started, and they're just now revamping and doing something and maybe restarting again. But we had a pretty large team there, and then it evolved into a program called Noble 7 with Mark and Blaine and Eva and Andre. We were teaming up with those four individuals, or those two individuals. Mark and Blaine left to do their own thing to start Noble 8. And then Craig and I were teaming up with Eva and Andre to start up a new program and do everything from scratch. They already had a platform, but we were talking daily for a good 2-3 months on how we want the program what we want the program to be like, as far as so it could be long term. We did decide to have 3 different matrices where we upgrade from profits only. So will be a one-time payment, and it would upgrade automatically on our own once you hit certain levels. So we found out that it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort, probably a year's worth of testing and getting IT to do the things that you want them to do. And we realized that it was pretty tough to do that. Then Eva saw the FortuneMaker with Mark and Chuck. They've been working on this for a good 6 months to a year, getting everything in order and getting the matrix and everything working correctly. They've been on a long journey also. We just launched a few weeks back with a soft launch, and we just went in a couple days ago in full launch. And the reason why we went with Mark and Chuck is, one, their plan was almost identical to what we were talking about on a daily basis. We couldn't believe when we saw it. It's like, this is exactly what we drew up. This is exactly what we wanted. A low entry fee. We were originally thinking about $50, but this is only $30. and then using the profits to upgrade everybody. That way, everybody gets that upgrade level quicker than usual in other matrices. Also, we decided we wanted to not have people that can't recruit very good, a plan that they could make money also, but the people that can recruit, the leaders, can make a lot more, and it will really benefit them. So when we saw FortuneMaker, we jumped on it right away, and we told Mark and Chuck that we want to do this full time. We want to really ramp up the team, and so my Team Extreme Facebook group, I decided, hey, we're going to go with FortuneMaker, and if you guys want to come along for the ride, you can. And I'll be honest with you, in the last 3 weeks, our team has grown pretty good and pretty fast. And it's a long journey, and this is a long-term program, but I'll have Craig go over that with you. But I kind of completely ignored Craig, and I told him he would introduce himself, but he can do that as soon as I'm done here rambling. Anyway, we only got 30 minutes, and it looks like we got 25 minutes left, so I'll go ahead and pass it over to Craig and have him talk about FortuneMaker.
Awesome. Well, hey, I'm glad everybody's on today, and this is being recorded so you can share this with your downline and with friends that are looking at getting into an online business or a network marketing per se. My name's Craig Shepard. I've been networking now for over 20 years. I'm 45. I started my own home-based business back when I was 21. So I'm not a stranger to network marketing or talking face-to-face with people. Doing things with teams, sharing, educating, teaching. I love doing this. It's one of my passions. I love to share with people. I like to invest in people, because when you invest in people, you get a greater return than just investing money. And I've learned that a long time ago. Love working with Mike. Mike and I have been doing online business together now for close to 5 years. We've met in another company. We've tried several things. We've had success with other programs that we've been a part of, but we've never seen anything like this. And I'm very excited about FortuneMaker, because it's a slow process, but it's going to be a lot of money later on down the road. The neat thing about FortuneMaker is that it's $30 one time. You can pay for the entry fee for $30 with Bitcoin Cash, or with Ethereum. That's so much cheaper than going out and buying a brick and mortar business or building a business where you have to have a building and you've got all this extra expense and overhead, and you'll have payroll, and you have to have product and storage. And there's so many facets to having a business per se, or providing a service. Whereas this is a $30 one-time purchase, and what that purchase does for you is it buys ad credits. Those ad credits will be used on our back office website, and what that does is that gives you an opportunity to basically share and advertise another business that you may be a part of. I mean, it's no secret that when people come into a network marketing business, they've probably been a part of one or two or even dozens of other programs or platforms. The neat thing about these ad credits is that you can advertise whatever you want. Whether it be a health and wellness industry, fitness, it could be another home-based business, another network marketing company, cryptocurrency education, whatever it is you want to advertise, you can do it on here. The reason we're not advertising our FortuneMaker link is because the advertising is actually on our website. If you've noticed, you've logged into your back office, you'll see that every time you log in, you have a different ad that's at the bottom of the page. Well, that's your advertising dollars that work for you. That's what your one-time $30 purchase gives you, is those ad credits. And for any network marketing business, any MLM to be completely legit and legal, you have to have a service or a product. Folks, that's what our product is. It's the ad credits. And so that's there, and it's available to you. And once again, it affords you an open door opportunity to buy into one of the most profitable businesses that you'll ever be a part of. And the neat thing about it is there's no sponsoring required. And there's 4 different matrices that you will start out with the $30 matrix. When you reach the $100 level in income, you automatically upgrade to the $100 matrix. Then once you reach the $1,000 level, you upgrade to the $1,000 matrix. And eventually, once you've reached $10,000 in income, you upgrade to the $10,000 matrix. And then there's no more upgrading up to that point. Now, Mike talked a little bit ago about questions that we've seen. One of the number one questions that we've been asked by our downline is, why is it we can only have a limited access to the funds that we earn? The reason being is that we have to have money in the back office accumulating so that you can upgrade to the other matrices. So folks, we're in a $30 matrix. You get paid 3 levels on that. You get paid $2 for the first level, and there's 3 people that can go on that level. You get paid $3 for the 3 people, the second level, which is 9 people, because your 3 will go out and get their 3. And then you get $25 for the people that fall on your third level. There's 27 people down there. So in all, you can make $708 by filling out the matrix on the $30 level. We don't get paid any further down than the third level at the $30 matrix. But the nice thing is that once you have filled your 3 people in, or had spillover from your upline that have filled your 3 people in, those 3 go out and get their 3, or spillover happens and you have 9 people on that second level. Now you're at 12 people. Once you get 3 more people down on that third level, you have enough money to upgrade to the $100 matrix. And then when you get into the $100 matrix, that opens the door to be paid 6 levels deep. And it's the same way in the $1,000 matrix and the $10,000 matrix. We get paid 6 levels deep. But the nice thing about upgrading to the $100 matrix is that's where the matching bonus and your coded infinity bonus is kicked in. Okay, so you definitely want to share this opportunity. You don't have to. There's no sponsoring required. And for those that can't sponsor, it's just going to take a little longer for them to build. For those that are eager to earn money faster, sponsoring is a great thing. Sharing this with friends, coworkers, neighbors, whoever you like doing business with, or anybody that you've been with business with in the past in other networks, this is a great one-time thing. $30 is so affordable. I mean, a night out on the town with your spouse or going out with friends, it's easy to blow $30. And you can't go out and buy a brick mortar business or build a brand new business from scratch for 30 bucks. So we're really encouraging people to share this so that you can build that team faster. And we want to try to encourage people to get 4 people. And here's why. 3 people is all it takes to fill your first level. You'll get paid $2 a person on that, and then you want to help them to do the same. Educate them to go out and get their 3 people. Most people can go get 3 people within their first 2 weeks in business. Some people can do it in a day. And I've got a person on my downline that actually did that. They had their 3 people within 48 hours. So, I mean, it doesn't take long to do. The reason we're telling you 4 people is what you really want to have is the first 3 people that you've sponsored. When all of you upgrade and go to the $100 matrix, the coded infinity bonuses, the first 3 people that go into that $100 matrix that you sponsored, those go up to your upline. So if you're on Mike's team and Mike sponsored you, once you upgrade to the $100 matrix and those 3 people that they sponsored go up to the $100 matrix, those coded infinity will go to Mike. But the 4th person on that you sponsor, you'll get those coded infinity bonuses once they reach the $100 matrix. And folks, as we fill the $100 matrix and then go into the $1,000 matrix, the money's going to really start to roll in. It's going to start to accumulate. But I do want to share my screen and I want to talk because that number one question that we've got was, why do we have limited access? I just explained to you that you have to have the money in the back office to upgrade when the time comes. If you had 100% access to the commissions that you've earned and you start dipping into that when you could have upgraded to the $100 matrix, your downline could potentially upgrade before you do if they left their money alone, and then they would go ahead of you. You'd still get the match, but their team would fill faster than yours. The company built that safety net in there so that wouldn't happen. So I'm going to share my screen with you. I'm going to take you into my back office and show you the little disclaimer that they have in there. And if you go into you click the business and then click opportunity, and if you'll scroll down towards the bottom, right here is our matrix plan. And as I said before, and I'll come back to that because I don't want to get sidetracked.
Craig, for some reason, I don't see your screen.
Okay, let me see if let's see, share screen. How about now?
Yeah,
okay.
It's starting now.
I'll come back to this matrix and we'll talk a little more about that here in just a bit. But I'm scrolling down here. So where I went to is I clicked on business and I went to opportunity. Once you go to opportunity, that's when you can scroll down. and it talks about the commissions, where the part where it says commissions will be paid into your wallet. So right there it says withdrawals from your FortuneMaker commissions will not be allowed until you reach the $100 matrix. They want you to make that $100 so that you upgrade into that second matrix. And remember, on that second matrix, that's where you can get paid up to 6 levels deep. You only get paid on your first 3 levels in the $30 matrix. But remember, this upgrade comes out of profit. You still only paid the one-time fee of $30, which bought you the ad credits that we discussed. But now everything else comes out of profit. So withdrawals are not allowed until you reach the $100 matrix level, and it says right there you have 20% of those commissions available to you until you reach the $1,000 matrix. The reason they're only letting you hold on to 20% up front right now is they want you to have money accumulating in your back office to be able to allow you to upgrade to the $1,000 matrix. This keeps the company from stalling out and ensures that you have the money there to upgrade, and also keeps you in the proper order so that your downline can't, upgrade ahead of you. They're going to build, you're going to build. You want to be able to keep them in your downline as you upgrade into the higher payouts in the higher matrices. So that it says there that there's 50% of commissions will be available until you reach the 10,000. So once we reach the $1,000 matrix, we'll have 50%. That means half of everything we make we can touch, which I wouldn't do. I'd leave it there because, once again, this is money that's in that back office that you can use to upgrade to the, auto upgrade to the next matrix. And then it says once you've reached that last matrix, the $10,000 level, there is no other matrices that we're going to upgrade to. 100% of the funds become available to you. So let me recap there. There's no sponsor required, but for those who do, you can be handsomely rewarded. It's a really awesome deal because if you look here, I'm going to go back to the matrix payout. The $30 accelerator basically gets you into that $100 matrix pretty quick. So you get $6, you get $3 or 3 people, $2 per person on the first level. The second level, there's 9 people. You get 3 for each of them. That's 27. So now you've made $33. So $33, and then just 3 more people down on that third level, and there's 27 people that you'll make $25 off of there. Once you've got that third person on that third level, you basically auto upgrade to the $100 matrix. And the $100 matrix, as you can see, will pay out 6 levels deep. And this is where it gets really exciting, because if you look here, you get paid $10 instead of $25. You get $10 for everybody on your third level, but also get paid $10 for everybody on your fourth level and your fifth level. And then the sixth level, you make $15 a person. And see how many people are on that sixth level. So folks, once we get into that $100 matrix and we continue to build, and as our team grows, there's going to be a lot of money to be made in this. I'm going to go ahead and turn it back to Mike, and Mike can fill in the blanks of anything that I didn't cover there. But folks, I just want to tell you I'm excited about this program. My team is building. Let me show you one more thing before I get off of this. Mike and I absolutely love the growth that we've seen so far, and it was pretty exciting to see that we had already upgraded. When they did the leaders launch, they did that intentionally to place leaders that are building teams into this business so that there would be spillover for everybody that comes in later on down the road. Give me just a second here to get logged in.
We got 8 minutes, Craig.
Okay. I just want to show you, this is where it gets kind of exciting, is where you see your downline start to turn, I guess that's a cranberry red, but you can see there that cranberry red's the $100 level. I can't wait till I see, everything green. Green is the color of money. I think they chose the $10,000 matrix to be green for a reason. I think that's pretty exciting. If you get a chance to say thank you to Mark Chen or Chuck Dewey in our Facebook group, go ahead and do that. They've built a very awesome platform that a lot of people are going to succeed with. So I'll go ahead and turn it back to you, Mike.
All right, thanks, Craig. That was outstanding, by the way. Thank you for sharing that. Couple things I just want to go over that Craig didn't mention is one, we're on a mission to sponsor 500 people between the both of us by the end of the year. We're almost at 100 people now. So as you can imagine, we have created a lot of spillover already for many people. And people are making money and they haven't sponsored one person yet. Now, Craig can attest that I don't like the word spillover. I like to give spillover. but I don't like the word spillover when it's mentioned. One of the things that I do when I reach out to people is the first if their first question is, do I have to sponsor anyone? I say, no, you're not required to. But if you want this business, this is a long-term business. This is not one of those, you put money in, they mine for you, you make 8% a day, and then all of a sudden you log into the back office and you see it's closed down. This won't be closed down. This is going to be on. This is going to be going on for years and years and years to come. This is a real traditional, I guess, network marketing business that requires hard work upfront, and then you get paid year after year after year. So people that don't sponsor people, yeah, it may take you a year to start making decent money. You will get some spillover from me because I'm determined to build this. But my goal is to sponsor 100 people myself by the end of the year. So what that means is I'm getting matching bonuses off 100 people. I'm getting infinity bonuses off 100 people. 97 people, because my first 3 went up to my sponsor, and then the 97 other people I'm making infinity bonuses off it. So my goal is to build this throughout the year. And if you don't make $10, $20, $100 in the first week, it's because it takes time. This is a real business that's going to be here for a long time. But I wanted to go over that with you guys because some of the questions I get is, hey, I came in yesterday and I haven't made any money yet. Well, that's because these days and times people are used to making 8% a day, and then the business going out of business in a month's time. I was making thousands and thousands of dollars a week. Ask Craig. In the last program I was in, recruited over 100 people, and then I logged in one day and all that money was gone. I mean, I had over $10,000 and it was gone. So I'm tired of those programs. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm only focusing on programs that will be a long-term program, and FortuneMaker is that program. After talking to both owners almost daily for a couple months now, I know that this is going to be long-term.
Yeah, let me interject there, Mike, real quick, is that if you don't know who Mark Chin and Chuck Dewey are, those guys combined have over 60 years of network marketing business experience. They've been networking since the 70s. Now, that goes back to, and I haven't been networking that long, but back in my 20s, everything I did was face-to-face. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones and smartphones. Everything was face-to-face. And face-to-face is still one of the best ways to network with people. People can put a name with a face. We like Zoom because this is as close to face-to-face we can get, especially with people who are across the pond. And I want to also remind everybody, this wasn't set up for a Q&A today. Mike and I have already talked about that. We want to do a Q&A the next Zoom meeting we do. We don't really have to do as much of an overview since this is being recorded. This is very time restrained. We'll have time to do Q&A with everybody. So write your questions down. We're hoping either next Saturday or next Sunday afternoon we'll be able to do that. Sundays seem to work a little bit better for most people. But keep your questions. Next weekend, we're going to do this again, and we'll be able to answer those questions for you. So go ahead, Mike.
We've only got about 2 minutes, and I got 2 more things to cover. One more thing to cover is when Craig went over the ad packs for the $30, that's what we get as a product to make this company legal. It's also cool if you own another business or you're doing another network marketing business, you can advertise with that ad credits, because if people are doing network marketing with FortuneMaker, they may want to do something else in network marketing. So you can put your banner and advertise any other company other than FortuneMaker, which is kind of cool. The other thing that you get for the $30, okay, we still have 10 minutes, so hold on a minute. So that's good news. It just popped up. So the other thing that's good about your $30 is, and I'm excited about this, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I just bought a timeshare about 2 months ago. A lot of people don't like timeshares. I got a great deal on one, 2-bedroom suites all over the world and stuff. But I'm paying a good amount of money for that. I did get a good deal on it, but I'm still paying close to $10,000 just for that timeshare. So, and I'm paying monthly on that. So what I want to tell you is, for your $30, when you reach certain levels, you get vacation certificates within this company.
Good reminder. Yeah.
So I can't go into detail, but ask Craig or I for a link that Lynn Leach did on a training to go over each certificate. There's like 8 different certificates that you can get. And basically, out in a nutshell, you get to stay in resorts, hotels, or whatever for a fee of $15. For some of them are 3 days, 2 nights. Some of them are 8 days, 7 nights for the same price, $15 fee. And then you have to pay taxes or resort fees on top of that. But think about that. You're staying 3 nights in a nice hotel for $15 plus taxes. That's unheard of. I just paid a timeshare and I get that for $10,000. So that's what we also get with our FortuneMaker. I wanted to make sure that you guys know that. So the $30 that you're spending, the one-time $30, you're getting some great stuff with that. And you can do business over time.
Let's go ahead and let him in on one more thing. If you've been with us since the bit by bit marketing system was put in place here several months back, we've been trying to recruit with bit by bit before the FortuneMaker name actually was even released. They were talking about, and there's a section in there, if you go back and look at the mybitbybit.empire, if you go in and look, they said that FortuneMakers is phase 1 of a 2-phase program. Folks, phase 2, I had the privilege of talking with Chuck Dewey, and I can't share a lot. All I can say is phase 2, you'll be allowed to take your team over, and it's a residual income opportunity. Folks, residual means month after month after month. That means do one thing and get paid on it multiple times. This here, these are one-time commissions that we're making in this phase 1 program called FortuneMakers. Your $30 positions you to build a large team. You've got a back office done for you. You've got tech support. You share this, you grow your team, go out and get your 4 people, continue to teach them to do the same. Let's build this strong and deep. And when phase 2 comes out, we're going to position ourselves to earn a monthly residual. And I love that word residual because, once again, you do something one time and get paid on it month after month after month after month. That's awesome. That's all I can share on it because that's all he gave me. But he said it's going to be huge.
Craig let the cat out of the bag. So, yeah, there's a lot more coming after this. We just didn't want to confuse you too much. But, yeah, it's definitely another phase to this after we start building. But one last thing I want to go over is I'm getting questions on how to sign up and why does it take so long to get into the matrix and stuff like that. So if you know me, I've talked to owners in the past of other matrix systems, and when a matrix system, when you sign up for free and you get placed in the matrix, the payouts never come out correctly. We've been in many other programs that they've done where you sign up for free, you get placed in the matrix, and you wait for them to pay. So with this system, this is another reasons why we went with FortuneMaker is you do not go into the matrix until you actually pay the $30. And the reason why, it keeps everything in check as far as the way the payments are flowed up to everybody. The other thing is 100% of all the payments are coming to us. There is a $20 admin fee to help out with the websites and IT and everything like that. Once you reach the $100 level, that's not paid out until you reach that $100 level. But 100% of all the money that comes in gets paid out to someone, and 50% of that goes to matching bonuses and infinity bonuses. So as you can see, the more people you sponsor, the more money you're going to make, and this is why this program is great. But the last thing I want to touch on is we're going to have trainings, Craig and I, Zoom meetings like this, half-hour long, to go over different things. For instance, how to sponsor, give you some templates on what emails to send out to people. How do you follow up? Stuff like that. How do you why does it take so long when I pay my Bitcoin to get into the matrix? And we'll go over that. And the reason for that is Bitcoin is slow. I'm going to be honest with you. That's why we have Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum also for payments. You can pay either all 3 of those, but you get paid out in Bitcoin. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming on this call. We're at the last few minutes left. And we do want to keep these meetings short because we know once it gets to 45 minutes, people fall asleep or they just leave and are not interested. So we're going to try to keep this to a half hour every time. Appreciate it. We recorded this call. I will put this call on the Team Extreme website, and if you want some more information, you can message us on Facebook, and we'll get that information out to you. We're here to help you build. We believe, Craig and I believe, we're focusing on this. I get hit up every single day, every day, 4 or 5 times a day, maybe more, on different programs out there, and there's thousands and thousands out there. I can spot the ones right away that will only last a month and go away. So I no longer do those. I may be in a couple others. I've been making residual income off a couple other programs already still, but I believe that FortuneMaker will be the next big leader in this industry. So please, if you need any more information, get with Craig and I, and we will be glad to help you guys. Thank you again for coming on the Zoom meeting.
Thanks, team.
Talk next week. See you guys.
Bye-bye.